Well, I introduce myself. Thank you for your vote. Thank you for this delicious and nice evening with all the international students. Thank you to the New Britain Rotary Club. Thank you as well to the international department for sharing this moment with us. That mean really a lot for each student that feel home so far from our hearts. That is, we are like a kind of big family. In Currently, I am a student from the English class with the best teacher ever, Mrs. Lee, and I am studying as well the master in family therapy. In this occasion, I will read an essay that I wrote in honor to my father. In memory of you, Dad. The other day, when I was in English class, my teacher handed me a piece of paper. The moment I saw the sheet with a special logo printed on it, my mind traveled back to my childhood. It was like a movie in slow motion rolling through my mind, and memories came back more alive than ever. The symbol I saw was the Rotary Club, which is the same symbol that meant a life of compromise of my father during my first 10 years. I don't know if you believe in destiny and signs, but I do. And for this reason, I want to share the story of my father. My name is Adriana Macias Duran Lavicas, and I am from the beautiful country of Mexico. I was born and raised in a small town called Encarnación de Díaz, Jalisco. My state is known for mariachi and tequila, and is where I have some of my best memories. Here is where I experienced the best example of my father, Darío Macias Lopez, who was one of the founders of the Rotary Club with another origin, with the other group of friends and the support of their wives in 1965. My father was one of the most recognized Rotarians in my town and state's Rotary history. He was president for more than 5 different periods due to his leadership and enormous sense of responsibility. He and my mother made a mission to collaborate and resolve the everyday challenges in the community. How can I forget the Rotary's many reunions, like this night, Christmas parties, and social celebrations with the less, and special celebrations with the less fortunate, construction projects for needed neighborhoods, and fairs to raise funds, etc. The most important project for me growing up was the foundation of the homeless old people home. In Spanish, this was called La Casa del Anciano and was built in 1982. This house, even to this day, receives all homeless old people who don't have any families or were abandoned. Here, the staff feed them, give doctor services, surgeries, and overall show love. The precursor of this idea and hard workers for that big charity and functional house was my father, Esther Sainz, and well, my father was president of the Rotary by then, and 5 Rotarian couples and my mother. Actually, she voluntarily took charge of the house for 11 years, until she became the first female mayor in the town's story. My father quit his function with the Rotary Club in February 1988 due to a cancerous brain tumor, which took him from our lives within 3 months of his diagnosis at the age of only 41. Sorry. One month before his death, a group of Rotary members from my town and the state came to my father's bed, and in the middle of this gave him the Paul P. Harris Fellow Pin. I can remember that cold winter day as if it was yesterday. 1 month after this, the Rotary lost one of its main leaders to this day. That loss changed my life, and it hasn't been the same without him, despite my mom being the best mother and father she could be. She has continued with non-profit organizations and all kinds of humanitarian projects in my town, state, and country. In the 80s and 90s, women were not allowed as a Rotary members, which is why my mother couldn't continue with them after my father passed. Actually, in Encarnación de Díaz, all the members of the Rotary are men even to this day. There is a famous quote, "Behind a great man, there is a great woman." And I am sure about it. I witnessed the engagements the wives did as they worked shoulder to shoulder with their husbands in all the projects. I am proud to say that they were, in a great measure, the heart and motor of my town's Rotary Club. My parents' grateful actions left a great example and sense of responsibility to others since my childhood. They told me that we can make difference and positively affect the people and community we live in. After my father passed away, I continue visiting the patients of the assisted living house every afternoon with my mother and my little sister. The example of strength, compromise, responsibility, and sensibility to the others had a major impact to the woman I am today. All those experiences of helping others contributed in a big way the major I picked in Mexico, psychology education. I believe there is not a better way to resolve all the world problems than starting with strong values and education in the family and school. When I finished my major, I realized I needed to have a specialization, so I studied a master in family orientation in Spain. I returned to my country and I worked for some non-profit organizations and TV and radio shows where I talk about family topics. My main focus has been working with the victims of domestic and relationship violence. I currently participate in a Latin radio station on the internet every weekend as a consultant and moderator of all kinds of topics related to improving family and relationship dynamics. My main goal is to finish my master as a family and marriage therapist at CCSU. With this degree, I would love to stay and work with the Latin community in Connecticut. My focal point will be women who suffer from relationship or domestic violence. In 10 years, I see myself working with these individuals' internal issues to improve their lives, educational quality, and promote their human integrity. This is my true passion. When people's lives are better, they build healthier communities and towns. I want to be a leader who can promote communion and work understanding and goodwill as my father once had done in his Rotary mission.
thank you for sharing just such
Yeah,
a deeply moving essay, and it just so heartfelt. And we thank you. We are so proud of your deep Rotary heritage through both your dad and your mother, and we're very proud of that and honored that you would have such an inspiring story to share with us today. We're truly honored and deeply touched. In recognition of your ties to the Rotary organization and your dedication to its deepest values, we are pleased on behalf of the New Britain Berlin Rotary to present you with this certificate and a special Rotary scholarship for you in honor of your father.
Thank you.